get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the ballet, take your time, it might get a ride. Floating through the front door, my mind is tied. Good Lord, mama, you know you looking divine. I had to turn around, double take a look at that. Girl, you got good taste, where you cook it at? You can mingle with the cool kids. I'm out here sweating like a preacher in a pulpit. Even when I'm down bad, I know how to bounce back. I know I got her, and she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, and even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. I know I got her. I know I got her. Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back. Cause you know I got her. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. Still got her.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the counter, this is Akers. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. You look at this Packers defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down at 7. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice play on the football. And while it was tipped in the air, it made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground. You just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
They head to the line facing facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
1 yard gain.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Third and 2. Here's Levis.
That's caught at the 25.
He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they bring the tight end in motion right.
Dillon is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake, Levis.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Tucker Kraft.
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Stafford to Higbee there. Rams 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Hey, look at this Packers defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
To throw on second down is Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Forced out to his left.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
19 tight. 19 tight. 18 tight. 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Dragon 60.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. Into space at the 45. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Levis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40.
By the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A give up the middle to Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action now. Levis. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Stafford now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now Carlson for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Rams 17, Packers 14.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Inside the 20. And they can't bring him down. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Levis on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A 2nd down throw from Levis. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, Levis. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Levis to throw once more. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Packers 17.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On second down, Dillon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
First and 10, it's Levis. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's second and 10. Second and 10. Here's Levis. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to throw, it's Levis. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the first and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. Exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion right is Robinson. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.